नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं सचिन और आपका मेरे YouTube चैनल पे बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। दोस्तों, आज की वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ अपना इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करने जा रहा हूं जो मैंने दिया था एचपी रीजनल सेंटर में गेस्ट फैकल्टी के लिए। ठीक है, आप सभी को पता होगा जो इन चीज़ों से जुड़े हुए हैं, जॉब्स के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, ट्राई कर रहे हैं, तो उनको पता होगा कि अभी इस टाइम पे जो है नया सेशन शुरू होने वाला है और लगातार जो है इंटरव्यू के कॉल्स या फिर इंटरव्यू की डेट्स आती जा रही हैं। और ये वीडियो मैं इसीलिए बना रहा हूँ ताकि ये आप सभी के लिए हेल्पफुल रह सके, जो भी गेस्ट फैकल्टी के लिए या फिर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसरशिप के लिए इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हैं, पहली बार या फिर दूसरी बार या तीसरी बार, जब भी आपका टाइम हो, ये वीडियो आपके लिए हेल्पफुल हो सकती है। ठीक है, सो इट वाज माय फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ गिविंग इंटरव्यू फॉर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसरशिप। अर्लियर आई हैड गिवन वीडियोस फॉर स्कूल टीचर। देयर वर आई थिंक 3 to 4 interviews I had already given. There was one interview where 5 to 6 members were present, and I had that kind of exposure to that interview. That's why this was not a new thing for me. There were 5 to 6 members, but the only 2 to 3 members spoke to me. Okay, so it was a kind of good interview. It went very well. The interview faculty was very good of HPU Regional Center Dharamshala. And if you had attended that interview, you may know that the faculty there who were taking interviews, they were very familiar, they were very friendly to the candidates. They know that you are kind of feeling unconfident, so they were getting they were making you comfortable while giving the interview. Okay, so let me tell you the whole story of my visiting HPU RC Dharamshala. Okay, so I reached there at 11 o'clock and my turn came at 2:30 or quarter to 3 at that time. Okay, after they had gone with their lunch, they had completed their lunch. There was one girl who went after before me after the lunch, and the second turn was mine after the lunch. Okay, so I asked to enter the I asked their permission to enter the room 201. There they were taking in the interviews, and when permission granted, I went into the hall. There they asked me to sit, or they gestured me to sit, and accordingly I sat down. I wished them good morning or good afternoon, sorry, and then they asked me to introduce myself. I did introduce myself, and then after that our main subject teacher, he started asking me questions about the subjects. So he didn't ask me actually about my favorite author or a favorite poet or anything like that. These kind of simple questions were not asked to me, but the other questions which were asked, they were also kind of simple questions for me. Okay, although it was my first interview experience, but I was feeling very comfortable while giving the interview. Though it seems to me that I was feeling very comfortable, but the other person who was taking my interview, he thinks that I'm not feeling comfortable. So he asked me to relax, just relax. He told me that either we are going to hire you or we are going to reject you. So these two things will happen. So there is no need to worry. You should feel relaxed and take deep breath and then speak. Okay. So I take deep breath, but then again I was speaking very fast, like I'm speaking now. So it's not that I'm speaking. I am feeling unconfident like now. Okay, but they thought that I'm feeling unconfident. Maybe there was some kind of truth in that thing also. So I didn't object. I feel relaxed. I took a deep breath and then I started speaking. Okay, so first question that he asked me was, what are the literary trends that are going on in this present scenario? Okay, so first question he was asked me, what are the literary trends that are going on now in English literature field? Okay, so this question was asked. You can write down all these questions. This will help you to prepare while you will prepare for the interview. You will go for the interview. Okay, so I told them what are the literary trends, like political novels, then pandemic novels, pandemic literature, or like the new criticism, the new historicism. And he told me that new historicism is not it is an approach, not a trends. Okay, it is a kind of trends, but it is more of an approach than considering a trend. Okay, so I was telling him all these facts, all these trends that were going on, but he was asking me more and more about it. But I think he was asking me to explain all those literary trends, but I didn't. I was just telling him the names of the trends. Okay, and he wanted me to explain those trends. That was my mistake. I hope you will not repeat that mistakes. You will learn from my mistakes. Okay, and then next question was, I guess, why the science fiction novels or why science fiction literature is getting famous so much fame, so much fame these days. Okay, I think about this question, and I told him that science fiction is getting so many competition or fame these days because it is kind of shows us the truth about the future. Okay, earlier nobody had thought about the trains or the planes or the helicopters, but somebody wrote about them and then they became the reality. Similar things is happening in these days. Somebody is writing about somebody is writing about unnatural worth, and then being invisible or time traveling. These kind of things are going on these days, and this interests the younger generation. They don't want to read the normal kind of stories, but they want to read these kind of high scientific stories, and they love it, and that's why it is getting fame these days. It somehow shows us the future reality, so that was why it interests us much more these days. Okay, after that he asked me some questions like why I want to go for a faculty recruitment, why I'm not going for a regular job. So the answer to this question, I said that I want to gain experience. I am not working anywhere, and I have reached at that point of age of time where I should work. I should be independent, and I think that this job suits me. Though I know that it is lecture based or it is guest faculty, but still I am going for it because I want to gain experience of a university. I will not gain experience in any other private college or any other college institution. If I go there, that the experience that I can gain here. Okay. And one question he asked me that I am from Punjab, then why I'm going to apply for Himachal Pradesh? Why shouldn't I go for Punjab? And that the salary I will earn in Punjab will be more than I'll earn in Himachal, and the exposure I can have in Punjab is quite low in Himachal Pradesh. So my answer to that Himachal has given me everything, and I don't look for areas while going for a job. Teaching is not my job; it's my profession. I can go anywhere to teach if I get a chance. So this thing doesn't matter for me that where I am teaching. And the other thing is Himachal has given me everything. I did my graduation and post graduation from Himachal, and I think now is the time to pay back Himachal what the Himachal has given me. So that was my answer. You can frame your own answer and not try to copy over my answer, but learn from my lessons what I did there. Okay, and one question he asked me that you are net qualified as well as gate qualified. Why don't you go for a regular job? Don't you think that it is beneath your knowledge? It doesn't suits you. I think you should go for a better opportunity. You will get better opportunities. Why you are going for why you are going for this job? So I told him the same thing, that I will go for experience. So I think this was not a great answer because I had already told him about these things. So this question to answer this question, I was not perfect. तो मैंने उस क्वेश्चन का इतना अच्छा तरीके का आंसर I couldn't give that, and he was not satisfied with my answer, but somehow I let it go. Okay, and after that there was one more question. There was one more question about it was about I guess it was about the session as well, that I will get a salary of 2 to 3 months, then I will have to be free for 2 to 3 months, and then 1 to 1.5 months, and then I will have a session of 3 to 4 months, then I will be free, and then I will have to appear for interview once again, and there might not be interview next time because there might be the job filled by the regular candidate. So that's why I'm going for this job. Okay, so this was kind of the same question they were asking me by manipulating me because they were not getting the right answer, but I guess I couldn't give them the right answer they were expecting. So there I think I lagged there. I think I lagged because I took some time to rephrase my answer as well. I was not I was thinking at that time. I think that was not liked by him. Okay, and after that there were some 3 to 4 more questions about my education, and about my school education, my college education, and about whether I want to go for PhD or research as well. And I told him that I told him my topic. He asked me a few basic questions about my topics, and there were some questions about American literature as well, some kind of Indian literature as well. and there were some questions of basic questions. Okay, basic questions were uh, there were some basic question. I don't really recall all these questions. I will put those questions in the description box, and if you had appeared in that interview, you can share your experiences, you can share the questions they ask you. You can write down all these questions in the comment section, because these things will help others. Okay, I'm recording this video because I'm going to help others. I am going to tell you that you can take a benefit from my experiences. You can have some experiences of what kind of questions they ask in an interview. Okay, I had already watched some videos, but they were a kind of mock interviews. But I'm telling you the first-hand experiences of my giving my interview for the first time in my life of assistant professor job. Okay, so friends, this was all in this video. I hope you like the video, and if you like the content, please like, share, and comment the video. Please subscribe the channel for the such videos. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon in another video.